4, 5, 6. So if I save this, I'll get a table with 2 rows and 6 columns. Now I cut and pasted this first row, and actually this might be a little confusing. Here it's got name and here it's got name. These two names have completely different meanings. This name is this is the name from the spreadsheet here, right? So basically, in this table, when you define the data type, this name column is where you define the name of the data that goes into the data form. And so in this case we have name, just cut and paste. Cut and pasting is the fastest way to create these data forms. So I have a second row here, and I'll change it to company. The type of data, it's text. The size, I guess the average size of a company name is not going to be longer than 20 characters. Likewise for the name, so I'll leave it at 20 characters. For value, well, the reason why the value here is it gives you a default, in this case a default company name. So I'm going to type here default company name, and name I'm going to leave blank, so there's no default values when you edit the wiki page. If this seems confusing now, in about 5 minutes it'll become clear when I create my first wiki page with the customer's information in it. As you can see, the next part is the tooltip message. What you want to do in the tooltip message is just write a brief description of what this data point is for. Actually, I should tell you, what I should say is a data field, because that's the proper term for name and company. They're called fields. Fields in a data form. So I'll just put name of the customer's company. Makes sense? So, and I'll keep going and define the email and phone numbers. I think it's phone number. Email. Ooh, actually, for those with a keen eye, you might have noticed that I did not leave a space between phone and number. And if you look here, you can see that I have a space between phone and number. In the wiki, you don't have to take out the space here. You can type spaces here. However, just a wiki best practices kind of rule is to leave out any spaces when you have a data field name. You know, field names should have no spaces because it can get confusing at times. Because, you know, later on you'll be referring to these field names in wiki functions, and you don't want to have to worry about whether, you know, maybe there's a space in the field name, maybe there's no space in the field name. You should just make it a firm rule not to have spaces like so in field names. Just no space. Okay, and of course I have to change the tooltip message or the description. You don't have to type anything for the tooltip message, you could just leave it blank. But like I said, it's just a good practice to type what the field means. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Maybe I should get rid of this news headline. Okay, so we look up here, we see that on May 2nd, if we look up here, we see that on May 2nd, 2012, someone whose wiki page is Joel DeJesus, which is me, edited the topic. Oh, actually down here we can see the time, which is 13:36:16. This is the first revision of the topic. And the topic's name you can see in the URL bar says customer form. Also you can see the URL. Also you can see the topic name here at the top. And this topic's parent is the web home of the main web. Okay. So now you must be thinking, we've got the customer form, but how exactly do you get this kind of information into the wiki? All we've done is define this part. Okay, so let me change the color on this so you know that we've finished dealing with this. I'll mark it as yellow. And next I'll work on and next I'll work on these, and next I'll work on getting this data into wiki. So, now we have to come up with and now we have to think of what to name our wiki pages. Oh, okay. And now we're going to come across the first clear indicator of the difference between the wiki and the spreadsheet. So in the spreadsheet we have one row per customer. One row per customer. And the wiki is going to be one topic page per customer. Right? So we need to create a page for Tom. Now when you come up with topic page names, you should try to make sure they're easy to understand and that they're clear. So in this case I think Tom XXL Jerseys is a good name. So if you can see here, alright, page name. I'm going to cheat here. And I'm going to use something called concatenate in the spreadsheet, but of course I'm not teaching you how to use spreadsheets. So we can use the kind of company name plus the username as the wiki page of the. We can use the combination of the name and company as the topic name of the customer's page. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use something called, I'm just going to put, actually what I'm going to do is just use customer page 001. I think it's just easier. Now it's not exactly clear that the customer page 001 is going to refer to Tom, but just ask that you just keep a little faith, and that later on you'll discover why customer page 001 is not the end of the world as far as maintaining a easy to understand wiki. So anyways, as you can see I'm creating a new page, so of course it doesn't exist. Topic parent, I could use the web home like I did last time for customer form, but I think instead what I'll do is use customer form as the parent. The reason why I do this is it just helps a little bit when you organize your wiki. So I'm going to create the topic. Same thing, get this green space. So I've got my name and the editor, the date that this has been created. I'll deal with the edit text later. First I'm going to go down here. You can see an add form button at the bottom of the page. Now, you should just click that. You might get a warning because this is the first time editing the page. You should just... Okay. Yes, you get a warning when you edit the page. So now if you go here, you see up here, choose a new form for page 1. Now, when you see the word form here, what you should think of is this column definition page, the customer form page that defines these columns as a kind of data that defines a customer. And as you can see, the page we just created is down here. It's called a customer form. I'm going to click it. I'm going to hit select. I'm going to scroll down again, and as you can see, nothing really has changed. I'm still editing customer page 001, and I still have my name in the middle, but you can see in the bottom now we've got this table down here, and also we have this default company name here. So this is where you type in the data from here. This information that I just highlighted for Tom will go into this data form at the bottom. Now, just to show you one more time what's going on with the data form, just to show you one more time what's happening with the data form, I'm gonna show you real fast the form page we just created. So as we're loading that up, okay, name, company, phone number, email, name, company, phone number, email. The field names here are ones exactly from here. As you can see, the order is different, but you're going to find that the order doesn't really matter that the fields are in. Here it starts with phone number, but here it starts with name. Yeah, the order doesn't matter. You'll see over time that it doesn't. I could explain it now, but it would take a long time to explain. So just if you could just take it on faith for the moment that the order doesn't matter. One key point I want to highlight is this default company name. The default company name is right here. That is the default company name. It's what we typed into the customer form page when we created the page, and the default company name is exactly what it says. If you don't type anything else, then when you save this page, default company name will be the name of this customer's company.